What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am here on Millionaires Row at Mountain View Cemetery here in Oakland, California. I don't know if you guys remember, about a year ago I did a video here and security actually asked me to leave and I had to leave, and I kind of cut the video short, and I said I'd do a revisit. Well guys, this is the revisit video, and let's press on this and see what we can see here. Am I gonna get kicked out again? I don't know. Let's wait and see. Yes, your boy got kicked out of here about a year ago. And it was at this one right here that I got kicked out, at the Smith family mausoleum up here on Millionaires Row. I was looking around at this place, and then that's when the security came by and told me to leave. So let's go check this out real quick. Kind of do a revisit here on this one, and then we'll press on and try to finish what I was trying to do out here a year ago. So I said that my last video was cut short. The video wasn't really cut short. It was like a 20-minute video or so, but my visit got cut short here. I remember the video started, I was down on the lower rows here, looking at all the little different mausoleums down here, and then when I got to the second row into the Smith family is where I got asked to leave. Let's go look at this. We'll start here. Why not, right? Nothing really to see inside of this. It's pretty closed up. You know, there's really no windows, but they had some really interesting statues here. There's a window there that got boarded up, I guess, and up top there's some windows as well. But this one had some really interesting statues on the corners. Gotta watch this tile here. It's kind of, I stepped on a loose spot, loose piece. Looks like people are having a little party up here. There's a vape on the ground, and there's a glass, I think it's like a glass light, like a solar light. And there's some rosemary and lavender, some kind of cream or something right there. So somebody was having a little something up here. Huh, interesting. Ah, somebody was sleeping back here. Yeah, it looks like somebody was living. What's that, underwear? Yeah, there's some underwear right there. A lot of solar stuff back here, so yeah, somebody must live up here at night and sleep. Yeah, they could probably come up here and have light up here. I don't know why they take refuge behind this one. There's not really anything to cover up with. Yeah, there's some bedding, a beer can, more lights. Yeah, definitely they got somebody living up here. I don't know about full time, but at least someone sleeps back here sometimes. I might have found who this is. Now, there's no picture on Find a Grave to confirm it, but I do believe this is Benjamin Smith. He was a banker in San Francisco. He died of what they call apoplexy, I think it is, which I looked it up, and it's basically loss of blood to an organ. So I do believe this is Benjamin Smith. He was, like I say, he was a well-to-do banker over in San Francisco. This is Wigginton Ellis Creed, born on February 8th, 1877 in Fresno, California. Died August 6th, 1927 in basically Oakland here. I looked him up. He was the president of the Pacific Gas and Electric Company and director of Wells Fargo National Bank and Union Trust Company over there in San Francisco. So that was his little claim to fame there. This one's beautiful. We're gonna walk up and look at it. He's got some family here, you know, many family members. Some are actually in the grass here as well, as you see. But let's go up, see if we can see inside. The window's pretty clear. Window is pretty clear here. Kind of hazy, kind of dirty. But let's see what we can see as best as we can. Everyone's on the left and the right. Kind of hard to see anything through the glass, through the bars. But yeah. Looks like his spouse Isabel is in there, and we have children, Stanwood Creed and Patricia Perry Creed, a son and daughter. But we got other family members here too. There's another Isabel out here as well. Mother of Henry. Mother of Henry. The children, the daughter, I think it's Patricia over here, 1908 to 1974. Guess there wasn't enough room inside. That was Patricia, the daughter. But there's another Isabel here, Isabel Creed Hungerland. There's Elizabeth Creed Baucus, loving wife of Constantine. So it must be some people are inside as well. And there's a Marjorie, which is not listed on Find a Grave here either, so I don't know. Interesting. Here's another one, Frederick Delger. Born in 1822 is all they have in Germany. Died April 25th, 1898, Oakland, California. He's got family in here. He was a pioneer, a multi-millionaire. He was a self-made man, a bootmaker by trade. He learned the shoemaker's trade in Germany, serving 3 years as an apprentice. He worked a short time for others in California before opening a retail shoe store in about 1855, and later expanding to Sacramento. And it also says on Find a Grave that he was in San Francisco. He made his fortune by real estate speculation. He had bought several pieces of real estate in San Francisco, 3rd Street, Clay Street, the corner of 2nd and Silver Streets, and Sansom Street. He sold some of his properties and in 1860 purchased 10 acres of land in what became downtown Oakland here. Ah, okay. So he is partly responsible for Oakland, parts of Oakland. He was reputed to be Oakland's first millionaire. The land he purchased encompassed Telegraph Avenue between 17th and 20th Streets and running west in part to San Pablo Avenue. Wow. He eventually sold 3.5 acres and subdivided the remainder, laying out what he named Frederick Avenue, now 19th Street. Yeah, this guy owns some land out here. Interesting. There's people up here, yeah, that bought land which became Oakland or parts of Oakland. Very cool thing. Let's go take a closer look at this. Beautiful, beautiful structure. I'm loving this. This one is like probably one of the coolest ones here on Millionaires Row. I don't know if there's any windows to see inside, but definitely cool. And I love the tile work and everything on these. Very elaborate, very cool. Yeah, it's solid all the way around. around here. There's a window, but it's covered with plexiglass. It's a stained glass window to keep it from getting broken, I guess. Interesting. This is a view from the top here. The top of the stairs. Bootmaker. Obviously did very well for himself with the boots. Boots and shoes. This one is Charles Crocker and family. Charles Chaz Crocker. September 16th, 1822 in New York. He was born and died August 14th, 1888 in Monterey County, California. A very well-to-do family here, as you can tell by this monument. Jeez. He was a businessman, received notoriety for being a 19th century railroad baron, best known as the founder of the Central Pacific Railroad. Charles Crocker was born into a Troy, New York farm family in 1822. When he was 14, his family moved west to Indiana, where young Crocker struck out independently doing farm, iron forge, and sawmill work. Swept up in the 1849 gold rush, he led a party of 49ers overland to California, arriving in Sacramento in 1850. And it says he spent 2 years of gold mining, and it convinced him that opening a dry goods store in Sacramento would be a better way to make money. So he did exactly that. By 1854, he was one of the wealthiest men in town and had formed a strong relationship with 3 local business leaders. Wow. So this railroad, gold mining, dry goods business. Beautiful. His wife is in here. I'm not sure exactly how they were put in here, because you'll see when we get up top. But let's go up the stairs here. This is probably one of the tallest monuments in the place. You can tell the wealth by how big the monument is. Yeah, I don't know how they were interred here. I really don't. As you can see, the names are up here. Maybe they're down below. This thing, like, there's really no opening that you can see on this thing, really. Unless these compartments down here open. That's what that might do, because it looks like they were sealed. You can see something there, like a seal or something. Maybe they're put down below here. But you got a nice view. A lot of people take their lunch breaks up here. I'm fortunate that there's nobody up here today, because there's usually people up here sitting, reading books, sunbathing, but actually there's no sun today, so we don't have to worry about that. But there's his wife, Mary. And his was right here, Charles Crocker. He's also got a son named Charles too, I do believe. We got Emma Hanchett, wife of George Crocker. Maybe that's the son. Beautiful up here. Got a George Crocker. And then after that, I don't know if there's anybody else on the other sides here. And there's the name at the bottom here. Haven't got kicked out of here yet, guys. Maybe we're safe. Here is the Merritt family. Dr. Samuel Merritt. March 30th, 1822, he was born. Died August 17th, 1890 in Oakland, California, and was born in Maine. He was mayor of Oakland. He was one of the early residents and promoters of Oakland. He served as the 13th mayor of Oakland, California from 1867 to 69. He was originally from Maine and moved to California. He bought land in what is now the city of Oakland in 1852 and moved there in 1863. In 1867, he donated 155 acres of dammed tidal water from the headwaters of the Indian Slough, which became known as Merritt's Lake and later as Lake Merritt, which is downtown Oakland. Lake Merritt's a beautiful little area where you could like jog on trails and go around. There's trail and walking trails that go around the lake, so it's a very beautiful area in downtown Oakland there. Yep. And founded the Oakland Savings Bank and California Insurance Company. He left plans for a hospital and nursing school to be built in the name after his death. His dream was realized in 1909 when Samuel Merritt University and Merritt Hospital opened here in Oakland, California. So that's pretty cool. A well-known guy. I mean, he donated the land that became Oakland and donated what's now Lake Merritt, which is like a little man-made lake down there in, like I said, downtown Oakland. A lot of restaurants and trails that go around the lake as well, like I said. But let's take a closer look at this beautiful monument. From what I'm seeing so far, it looks like it's been trashed, which is such a shame. It's such a shame. I love these doors and this lock. God, can you imagine how long has it been, you think, since this lock has been opened and these doors have been opened? But it looks like it used to have some glass windows here, which was shattered, which is really sad because there's a board right there. There's one there. I'm assuming this board was probably pulled out of this window so people can get in. It's a shame. Such a beautiful structure. I love this lock though. Let's see if we can see it. Hopefully it doesn't throw off the focus too much. There's a beautiful door too. I don't think anyone's gotten inside this. I don't know, the lock looks a little broken in there, so I don't know. And the door looks like it may be a bit ajar, but I just can't tell. But there's remnants of old candles in here and stuff from what I could see. So I just don't know why people can't leave anything alone, you know. There's a window on the side here. Let's go on the side and see if we can see inside this beautiful structure. They have outside, obviously, protective glass because, as you can see, the stained glass on this side was completely destroyed. See the twisted metal and stuff in there. Let's go put this up against the window and see what we can see in there, if there's anything we can see. The glass on the other side looks like it's pretty much intact, but a little broken. It's so sad, you know. It's so sad. This was somebody who was respected in Oakland, who donated land for Oakland to become what it is. And this is how his grave is treated. I'm surprised just on historical value alone, like the city just doesn't pay for stuff to be fixed on these for some of these individuals who were, you know, who were somebody, you know. Wow, look at this little plant. Either it's growing out of it or somebody put it in there, but very interesting. And this window is probably a little too high. Yeah, this one is probably a little too high to get up to. The land is a lot shorter on this side. So yeah. Such a pain in the butt to see this kind of stuff. You know, it angers you. But welcome to Oakland. So just for sheets and giggles, let's go down and explore the lower row. I know on my original video, the day I got kicked out, I do believe I explored that row as well. But let's explore the lower rows here, just for the heck of it. A lot of beautiful graves here. Interesting monuments. And here's this one over here. This is like one of the, probably I'd say one of the most destroyed ones. This is out of age up here. This one right here coming up, this mausoleum. It's the Bechtel family. Now, I know in the main mausoleum on the flatland here, there's a member of the Bechtel family that was responsible for helping build the Hoover Dam. I would assume this is probably somebody else of the same family, but it's just kind of hard to really get a name on this. When I search on Find a Grave, all I get is the last name and then, you know, the picture of this. I would assume it's probably part of the same family that owned the company that, like I said, helped do the Hoover Dam. But this door here is just like really rusted out. It's one of the more decrepit ones. Looks like someone's got like a little religious trinket right here above the door. Yeah, it's all rusted out. There's a hole at the bottom of the door. It's crazy. I don't know if I can get my camera in here at all, but let's see what we can see. Caroline Bechtel, I see at the top, 1837 to 1905 with John Bechtel, 1834 to 1891. Like I said, I can't really, this door's pretty tight, so I really can't get my whole camera in here that well. So we're going to try to see what we can see here. Interesting. Again, how long has it been since that lock was opened? And this door, pretty insane. Let's try to go down to the hole of the door here. Just see if we can see anything. I don't know. Can't tell here. Let's walk around the perimeter. I don't think there's anything to see on this. There's the Merritt monument and the Crocker monument. Yeah, there's a window up on the very top, but it's a little high. I'm not gonna try to do stuntman stuff and try to get in here. I mean, I don't know. Put the camera up. I don't know if there's anything really to see. I wonder what this is. If it's just like stuff that grows on it or if it's leakage. I don't know. I notice a lot of these have this like staining on the outside. It could be mold or something. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know. Freeborn, I do believe, if memory serves me correctly, I do believe he was a stockbroker. He died, I think, in San Francisco. This is another one that's pretty solid. There's nothing to see. No windows to speak of, except for above the door there. But, this gap in the thing, though, that's kind of, maybe it's for ventilation. Gaps in the two fronts here. Could be for ventilation, for proper mummification. something. Yeah, I would assume that's probably like one of the main chambers right there. It's bowed out, but the cement comes out, so. Or maybe an altar area. So yes, this was Charles James Charlie Freeborn, born November 11th, 1877 in San Francisco and died February 13th, 1919 in Paris. And it said he was the director of the Freeborn Estate Corporation. He was in the Army. He died of influenza February 13th, 1919. Died of the flu. Which was, you know, amazing that, you know, but back in those days, you know, people were dying of the simplest of illnesses. This is just a recap of the lower row here. Wasn't planning on doing this, but I thought, what the hell? I'm here, might as well just do a recap of, you know, because I was successfully, on my last video when I got kicked out, I was successfully able to come on the first row. It was the second row I got kicked out of. But, yeah, look at this, Coleman. I love the construction. A lot of these remind me of like castles and stuff. Such a beautiful, beautiful area. Kind of hard for me to tell what I'm capturing on camera here. So, doing my best, guys. Interesting. What are these? Bullet holes? Jeez. Something kind of damaged. John Coleman. John W. Coleman Jr. September 22nd, 1832. He was born. Died January 7th, 1896 in San Francisco. And he was born in Kentucky. It says in his bio here, he was a telegraph pioneer and railway entrepreneur. He constructed a telegraph line from San Francisco to Salt Lake City in 1872. He made a small fortune in mining interests. And he went on to purchase a controlling interest in the San Francisco and North Pacific Coast Railroad, becoming president and general manager. He sold his interest in the company to J.B. Stetson. He served as president of the San Francisco Stock Exchange Board and played a key role in the construction of its building and laid the cornerstone. Man, he was a millionaire too, it says here. Jeez. Very, very cool. Couldn't see much on the inside, I don't think, but Lincoln. This one, I can never find anything on this. I've always looked. Can't find anything on this family, who they were exactly. But they have a nice bench in here though. A very interesting door, gate door, and a very cool little bench inside. We got a Jerome Lincoln, 1896. He died February 23rd, age 66 years, 6 months, 25 days, along with other family members in here. But yeah. Hagen. I do believe that I remember these were like cattle owners. They own land and they own cattle and everything else. They have a window, a straight window in there, but I don't know. Let's see. God, the thing's just decrepit in there. Time. Even the front plaque, the front faceplates on the little spots in there are very old looking. the Nelson family. If anyone's wondering, it's known as Plot 27. Beautiful. This next one needs no introduction. It's one I've shown before. This is the Ghirardelli family. Yes, the chocolatiers, or the chocolatier. It's that Ghirardelli family. Yep, Domenico Ghirardelli. He was a chocolatier, born February 21st, 1817, and died January 17th, 1894. I heard while he was on a trip in Italy. He retired, I guess, from his company after 40 years. And then he died while he was on a trip in Italy. Didn't tell me what he died of, but probably old age. Who knows? This is the family area here. Like I said, a lot of these lower rows, which is a lot of rehash, I know. But, yeah. The spots are on the left and the right. It's kind of hard to really see. I thought I heard they used to open this up one day a year for people to go in, but I'm not really positive if that's still true or still a thing. William Letts Oliver. So it's kind of a plain one, I think. I don't think there's much going on in there. Yeah. It's very clean in there. There's nothing much in there. Just this is one of the smaller ones on Millionaires Row. Very mellow for Millionaires Row, you know, so far. I think some of the things we've seen. And we'll come to this one. The other ones, I can never find anything out of anybody. But this one right here visually is one of the most interesting ones. It's the Miller family. It's built in the shape of a pyramid. But there's something that's new here that wasn't here on my last visit. That somebody had placed like a vase right here. Wow. And this is the lady of the door is C.O.G. Miller's wife. But look at this. I wonder who placed this. I don't know. It's permanent, but I don't remember it being here before. Maybe I'm blind, or it doesn't look like it's like been placed here anytime recently. The bottom doesn't look like there's any new adhesive, so maybe there is. So that's C.O.G. Miller's. This is his wife, Annie. I think her name was Minnie, and they shortened it to Annie, I do believe. But it's just there's a lot of people in there, a lot of cremations in here. But as you can see, somebody was taken out of here some years ago. Can't remember the whole story on it, but a family member, I think, was moved or something. And on the left here, there's cremations too. This was a big family. Not just the ones on the wall here, but then we got, you know, on the sides here too. A lot of people were cremated and put in here. As you can see. along with many family members. We get the main guy, Christian Miller. He was the president of the Pacific Lighting Corporation and also an official or director in numerous other organizations of similar mature. Very interesting. Let's see here. When did he live? 1865 to 1952. Lots of family in here. Lots of people. Let's do something here. Let's go along. I know there's like grass up here along the backs of some of these. Now, I don't know if we're gonna see anything. There might be windows on the back sides of some of these that we can't see inside. But let's go up along the grass line here. And see what the deal is in here. These are the backside of Millionaires Row. Yeah. Well, there's windows down there, but this is the backside of some of these. This window has, excuse me, has bars on it. Yeah, there's people that live behind some of these because there's more solar powered lighting that's down below in the dirt. Well, we're looking at everything, kids. I think this might be the top. This is the top of it, the roof of one of them. And you can see up top the air vents, the venting system. Like I said earlier, for proper mummification, airflow. This is the roof of one. This one might be the Ghirardelli family, but I'm not positive. I ain't walking on that roof either. No, it's not Ghirardelli. Ghirardelli's up here more. I mean, if I'm looking at the fronts, might as well look at the backs as well. Why not? I know this is probably running into a long video, but the adventure continues. This is Ghirardelli right here. Yeah. Wow. I'm not sure which one this is back here. But this one, damn. This one, the back of the arch here just fell off. Wow, look at that. It just fell forward. Completely fell forward. And it's just crumbling. I don't know if the cemetery is even aware of this. But yeah. You could tell where the adhesive was on this, I guess. Wow. careful here. This is just, yeah, it's just the inside chamber is still up there. There's nothing to see. Yeah. Wow. Thing is coming apart. This is just another air vent. Another one. I don't think I've ever done an extensive explore before on this one. Interesting. Yeah, nothing much else. We're gonna cut this one off, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. It was definitely a pleasure. And we'll see what else we can get into today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon. Therefore, you can be notified of all of my future uploads.